Hello, you lovely people. Welcome to Turn for the Radio. I'm RadioRayes, joined by my lovely co-hosts Hypabolic and Desiko.
Hello!
Hey, how?
And today we're joined by Callie Mae. Tell us about yourself, sir.
Hello. My name's Callie Mae. I make music on the internet, and I've been doing it for a little bit. We're here, and we're gonna talk about it maybe. If we don't fail this introduction, so
Yes.
Heck yes, heck yes.
Absolutely.
To start off for you, my boy, what made you realize your passion for music?
So I was always super into music as a kid. I think ever since fourth grade, I was part of my school choir. Yeah, been a little bit too
A
long.
long time ago.
Yeah.
The boomer.
No. Thank God I'm not a boomer. So I was always into choir music in fourth grade. And I think around that time I was into band as well. So I was a band kid. Sorry for all you viewers out there. I am a band kid.
As a fellow
He's a
band
rubber
kid.
band kid,
I feel
guys.
that.
Rubber band.
Rubber band kid. So we're good.
Yo!
So I was pretty much doing choir for like my entire school career. So ever since like elementary school and onward, pretty much. And then for like a while, I was knee deep in band. I played the baritone, and I played the tuba because I was the only one to play the tuba. I was the only real one to do it.
I did.
So I did that for a while, but I quit in I think 8th grade. I stopped to focus because that's when I started really getting knee deep into making my own music. But obviously that didn't really take off until I started doing the nerdcore thing, and I think senior year was when I did theater. I did theater for a year. I did Footloose. I didn't play a main character, but I played like key background characters. So that was
The
fun.
next best thing.
The next best thing, yeah, pretty much. But around that time, I was also like super knee deep into Friday Night Funkin'. There goes your viewers.
Literally every single time.
I'm listen.
We lose
It's all right.
everyone.
Listen. I've been doing music before Friday Night Funkin', so it's a little bit better.
10 viewers
A
gained.
little bit.
But that was like a gateway into doing the nerdcore thing and whatnot. So
Right.
So that's pretty much how that ended up happening, and it's all up from here, baby. We're all going up.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more? Can you talk a little bit more about your musical theater world? Like,
My
that's
music
very
theater
interesting.
world. Middle school. That's when everyone was freaking out about Hamilton.
Oh, dude.
I was super into Hamilton. I wasn't like quoting it every day level of into it as everyone else was back then.
Dude, I want to be in the room where it happens.
Yeah, right. So I was so like infatuated with musicals and theater and stuff. And there's even times in some of my own music that you can probably call it out and be like, that's a theater thing. And I catch myself doing it. And that's that's one thing I really want to do one day is write a whole theatric musical thing.
That sounds
Do you
really
have
fun.
idea
That
what
sounds
it would
really
be
fun.
about?
Yeah. What it would be about, I have no goddamn idea.
Let's go!
You know what? That is
That sounds awesome.
I have no idea what it would be about. I've talked about
you know
it
what,
before.
Callie? I think I have the
but
perfect idea for you. It should be about the deep and just like very important reason why the chicken crossed the road.
that is true. I don't think we've ever gotten an answer to that.
I know.
No, I think it should be about
It'll be a
Yatskibity, to
hit.
be honest.
I think you should
Oh.
leave.
Yeah.
My
You should
bad.
count the door.
My bad.
The door is that way.
A musical about radio leaving.
Finally.
It'll be a hit, dude.
That's true. I think that'd be good.
But yeah, is Hamilton really the only one you did, or?
No, Hamilton was like the influence. Footloose was the one I performed in.
Oh, okay.
That one, yeah, there was a lot of because I was the tenor one, not the only tenor one, but the only tenor one that would do backing vocals and all those like parts, all the backing parts. I was like kind of like the guy that they went to. I was kind of voluntold actually. One of my friends was like a super theater kid. And they were like talking about their theater experiences, and I was like, I'll do it one day, and then I never did. And then one day my choir director comes up to me and goes, "You want to be this guy's friend in the theater show?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Footloose." Oh, like, I guess. And he was like, "All right, be here after school tomorrow." And I'm like, "What? Okay, all right, I guess that's
Like,
happening
you
now."
friends, right?
Well, I mean, they were cool friends. People like to dog on theater kids, but my set of theater kids were
Yeah.
cool. If they ever somehow see this, hello, I hope you're doing okay.
Yo, the theater
they
kid
were-
crew.
Theater kid crew. Yeah, no, they were
We're
they
rebranding.
were awesome. Rebranding. We're gonna write musicals today.
But yeah, theater can be insane. You pretty much have to be ready for anything. Like for example, like I was meant to be the recording guy for the fall play this year at my school.
Mhm.
They put me as a stage worker because the stage
Man.
manager ended up getting
Yeah.
sick as shit before the show. And it's crazy, wacky stuff. So I had to
Yeah.
learn everything like in 2 days, and it's crazy stuff. But
Yeah, a
yeah,
lot of
you
last
made it
minute
all work. Like
preparations. Yeah.
yeah, it's really all
It's
about
just
that.
insane.
You know, you have to be ready. You have to be adaptable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the big thing.
exactly. You have to be good at what you do and adapt with what you can do. It's very important.
True. This is really true, awesome life advice.
This is true. This is true.
Speaking of which,
Adapting is a Plague Inc. reference. I don't know
yes,
where that came from.
man, that is so true. But speaking of
Anyway,
like writing, you mentioned you write, you make, you produce, you do the music sounds, you make the sounds sound nice.
I do. I
Yes.
do.
What would you say that you really like most about making music?
My favorite part is at the end where there's no knobs for me to turn and I can just hit the play button and that's it. That's like the most relieving part. Like watching the premiere with everybody that in the community in the chat. That's like one of the best parts for me because it's like I can't go back and turn any knobs at that point. And that's like even if there's a small imperfection, it's like that's like a Bob Ross like what does he say? It's
Little
what is
accident.
happy accident, yeah, or whatever he
Yes.
says. And I think that's kind of because a lot of releases I think in the moment are like what you can do in that moment and kind of what they're like screenshots of your life a little bit. So it's like those little
Right.
imperfections. They're beautiful in a kind of way, I guess.
Yeah, and in a way, like if you continue on like your path, you can, and if you don't like unlist or private any of your old stuff, you can look back and see how much you've improved as an artist, depending on what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, that's why I always keep all my old stuff up, even though I despise
Same.
it. Like you can,
Oh, yeah.
So
you can
glad
go
I didn't
and-
delete any of my old stuff.
You can go back and listen
Like-
to my first ever album right now. Don't, but you can. Like-
Oh yeah, I put on a shuffle of all your songs and I got to hear all of them. They were delightful.
Man,
Oh, you poor soul. That's awful.
But yeah, like I've said many times before that I think it's really important to keep those things on hand because you can
Mhm.
look back and go, "Damn, I made so much progress." Like, look at me.
damn, I suck.
Yeah, like I feel physical pain when I look at some of them.
Oh god.
And
yeah.
honestly, you know, it hurts sometimes, yes, to go back to your old stuff and go, "My lord, what was I
How
thinking?"
did I do that?
You know,
what was I
think
doing?
It's important. But yeah, I
Oh,
think it's
not
important to kind of like look at the roadmap,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
review yourself.
I think it's
in a
also
way.
good because it's like especially for some points if you like feel like you're not improving like at all, like for example you want to like I don't know make some awesome lo-fi beat or whatever, and you just can't do it.
Yeah.
And then when you look back, you can see like, oh wait, no, I have improved, and you're not like you're not like stuck,
Right.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a wonderful realization that you can go back and be like, wow, that sucked. Now I'm good now. It's great. It's a great realization.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
you come
decent
back like
things
a
now.
month later.
And then it's
Yeah,
like,
and then
oh,
you come
no.
back a month later. It's like, God, I sucked a month ago. What the hell? It's a
Dude, I
perpetual
was
This is
like,
motion.
true. This
"Sucked
is so
like
true."
2 days ago.
So yeah, that's perpetual with that stuff.
Yeah, improvement is wacky. Speaking of improvement, what are some of your biggest inspirations?
My biggest inspiration, so musically, I grew up. It's actually kind of ironic. I grew up listening to a lot of electronic music. It
Oh?
was a lot of it was during that era of like, ironically enough, where Minecraft intros had like the craziest
Oh
dubstep
my God.
thing with the text flying
Da,
around.
na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That was exactly my genre that I listened to a lot.
Just like the intros with like crazy dubstep and just like poop kid
Yeah,
gamer.
I
60
remember
just
having
flying
an
around the
intro like
screen.
that at one point.
yeah, exactly. You have like the little piece of paper over the camera with your username and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
MDK mainly was that.
I love
like,
MDK. MDK is so cool.
Right.
Yes, MDK is so good. And then obviously I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but there's an American Idiot guitar pick there. Green Day has been my one and only for many years.
Green Day.
Yeah,
You don't even
yeah.
like Green Day.
Yeah, I actually hate Green Day. I actually prefer the Network. For any Green Day fans who know about
Yeah,
the
I know.
Network,
Listen, you hated it
Um,
so much, you just had to make a cover of it. Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Dilemma.
Multiple.
Are you
Um,
like trying to anger Green Day fans with
I
Right
don't
now,
know.
it
We'll see.
works.
We'll see if they get angry. If they do, then that'll be good. That'll be good comments. So you
Green
can
Day
make
fans, if you
yourself-
are angry,
True.
type right now. Do it right
if
now.
you're angry,
Publicity
type
is
right
good
now. Type one in
publicity.
chat.
Type one in chat if you're angry.
One.
If you're freaking angry.
Haters that were supposed to come.
yeah, no, you got the wrong guy. I'm gonna piss everyone off. But
Finally.
yeah, and then more later on, it was a lot of Periphery, a lot of Bad Omens, and just a lot of that.
Periphery.
Like,
Gosh,
I love Periphery
good.
to death.
it's
Periphery's so good.
It's too
and,
good, dude.
Yeah, Sum 41, Motionless in White, I think is what they're called. They're also really good.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Motionless in White's cool.
So a lot of
What
like
is
a lot
your-
of that early
Oh,
2000s.
my bad.
No, you're all good.
What's your favorite Periphery song?
Periphery song. I'm gonna say. What is that? Hold on. It's like Garden in the something. Hold on. Let me. Garden in the Bones. That's what it's called. Garden in the
Oh,
Bones.
I haven't
is
heard
one of my
that
favorites.
one.
Go
haven't heard
look
that
it up
one yet.
after this. It's so
Yeah.
I will.
Look it up.
so good.
You guys at home should also check it out because it's probably really cool.
Go check it out. Yeah, listen to Periphery. Go listen to prog metal. Prog metal is like the best thing to ever happen to me, and I think
Yes.
everyone should listen to it.
True. Agree. I agree with this guy.
This
It's
is
just
a
factual.
big
It's factual.
Thumbs up.
Someone get this man a true.
Get this man a true.
Yeah, so in the visualizer, it's gonna drop the word "true" like covering the entire screen. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Good, as it
True,
should.
true,
As it
true.
should.
True.
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 Me when I repeat the same word over and over again.
Yeah,
True.
True.
exactly.
True.
True.
We sound
True,
like the
true.
seagulls from Finding Nemo.
Man.
Yeah.
Mike,
God,
Mike.
that's a
Mark!
brilliant film. I love that film. I love that film. So good.
Is it? Wait. Is it really ancient? Wait. When did it come
I
out?
mean,
Hold on.
Came out when I was a kid, so
Nah.
03 came out before I was born.
Oh,
That's actually
wow.
insane.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my lord,
Came out before I was born. Oh,
dude. 11 years.
Time ago.
11 years? Yeah, 11 years. That is, bro.
11.
11 years?
11?
Are you sure about that?
Is it not
What?
11? Hold on. Wait.
2003, 2020.
Oh,
Man.
21. My
I don't know. You
bad.
did like carry a one or
11
something.
years.
11.
I am
Just did it, like,
I'm in
math correctly.
2014 right now, guys. My bad.
Man.
Bro was a
11
time
years.
traveler.
Yeah.
The hidden power.
Anyway, Anyway,
Moving on.
What are your what are your
Got left
long-term goals, Callie Mae?
Oh, man.
Long-term goals. Long-term goals. I definitely want to start doing live shows a lot more.
Yes.
Whether
Yeah,
it be
Do that.
yeah, that'd be so good.
You
Charity
should
streams
do one where,
and all that.
like, near where I live. That would
I should play near where you guys are. Yeah, that's a great idea.
You should
Yeah.
play outside my house.
Just us. Just us.
There you go. At the birthday party at the back patio. There you go.
It probably
But-
wouldn't be far from my location, honestly.
I think merch is definitely a long-term one. I definitely want to do original music when that becomes a viable option. In my career, I think because when you look at people like Nathan Sharp, Nate Wants to Battle,
Oh, yes.
Love
was
that
able
guy.
yes, he was able to make his whole thing into a record label, and now he can produce like these records that like have more emotion, and especially his latest one that really hit hardcore and paid an exposure.
That was
Castle Kingdom.
Yeah.
What was it? To
great
Let Go.
stuff.
Was
To
that
Let
it?
Go, yeah, that whole record
Yeah,
was
it's
fantastic.
crazy, dude.
And now he's back on like doing YouTube streams more. He's like he's
Yeah?
out there again. He's back and you know, but a lot of
We are
what
so
he
back.
did is kind of my inspiration. Not to be locked up with being only able to write Five Nights at Freddy's things, because that definitely wasn't healthy. He had like
Yes,
what,
that is
300
true.
songs about a single video game. Like, how do you even do that?
Wacky,
That's
dude.
creativity. I commend it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we don't talk about how many times I've drawn longest solo ever. I think you
True. We don't talk about that. That didn't happen.
No, there isn't a whole.
Ooh.
Absolutely not.
Speaking of longest solo ever, we know
What's
you
that?
are an editor for The Boy
That is true.
on his
I do
second
edit.
channel. Yes. How
Yes, I do.
how is that going?
How is that going? There's a lot of work that was that I think it was talked about in the Discord a little bit. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff happening. Like I can't really talk about it, but there's so many things happening that, like, whether I'm part of it or not, and I just love like seeing behind the scenes and being able to wave my little foam finger with the number 1 on it in the background, be like, yeah, you guys got this, while like Manny, Dean, and Shwu like do everything for the music videos. It's the greatest thing ever.
That's how I feel in your team. Like, yay, go make music.
Yeah, exactly. But it was also like a good learning experience as to how, when it comes to that stuff, how it should be operating, and like, you know,
Right.
when you make that group of people to be like, you know, like you can still have fun and be jolly good friends, you know. You don't have to always approach it at a professional angle, and it's been really fun to like experience that and like have that connection, and you know, over time, just like then you get to start being on like the little Lethal Company gaming streams, and that's super fun. It's like it's more than just like editing. It's like being part of the team, but it's also like having fun with friends, you know. It's great, and I'm
Right.
glad I got that opportunity. It's sorry, I was itching my
Yeah.
leg. So it looked weird on camera. I don't know if that's gonna
That's
show.
so good.
But
That's so good.
I was like, yeah, it's great.
Just falls over.
But no, I feel like Jesus. I feel like striking that. I feel like striking that middle of the Venn diagram between like good friends and profession is really important and like a really special thing to have.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
I think it aids it too, because like let's say if you're a gaming
Mhm.
channel and you have fun with like your friends a lot and you record together, it just kind of boosts like the
yeah.
feeling of the video, yeah, and like the funniness if you do that, yeah.
Yeah, when you do gaming content, there's like the 3 titans that you want to like have down. You want to have your content creation personality, you want your editing to be good, but most importantly, the people, like you said, when it comes to like playing games with friends, everything, your friends like sure the main person, like the Vanoss crew and everything, like you have those groups, like you have Vanoss himself, but you also have like you have Delirious, you have Noglaive, Terrorizer, all these people that make like an important, quite literally life like changing group
Hell
for the
yeah.
gaming scene. Like
Right.
those people together is what made that like huge movement.
I've been watching those guys
And,
ever since Black Ops 2. So
oh my
long
God,
ago, man.
yeah. Oh God, Modern Warfare 3,
Yes.
like that
Oh
era.
my god.
That's insane.
It's so long. 10 years. 10 years.
I know, it's absurd.
I know. Yeah.
10 years. God.
And now they're splitting off. Nocla's doing solo stuff.
11,
I know.
11
but,
years,
good for
guys.
him.
Yeah.
11 years.
They have kids now. It's so
11
weird.
years.
I know. It's absurd. I'm not used to it. It's like I'm like 2 decades old now. They have kids, and like it's. I used to watch those guys' videos like after school and shit. Like, are you kidding me?
Where'd the time go?
Yeah, like I don't like it.
Wait,
fast, too
please,
fast.
you can't have
Yeah.
you can't have kids. I have to preserve my youth.
Yeah.
Don't leave.
Exactly. It's funny you say that because my hairstylist at my appointment today asked if I had kids.
What?
Dude,
I was like, I mean, I have a
Do
cat.
you?
Does that count? No, I have a cat. Does that count? I mean, he's kind of like a child, except he's a old feline man. So he just likes to. He's
I
an
have a
old
little
feline
too, don't
geezer.
worry.
Yeah, exactly. But I love him. I don't know where he's at.
How
right now, but
old? How old is your cat, Callie?
I have. Okay, so that's a funny story. He is from the streets, as it were. So he
Man.
just kind of like
Oh.
stumbled, and now he's ours.
He
So
kind of
it's-
just spawned.
I see.
he did spawn
You
in.
kinda-
That's
so
true,
you-
actually.
So you kind of just don't know, really.
Yeah,
I like
no,
to
I
imagine
mean,
you used a Minecraft spawn egg, and that's how you did it.
yeah.
You
Just
found an ocelot.
/ spawn cat
One.
orange true. So he's a little orange baby, but we love him.
Do you
It's like
have
the least
one cat or
insane
more than one?
I only have one, but I grew up with I think, was it a black cat? I don't remember. I'd have to ask my mom. But my mom,
Bro.
she had a cat growing up.
Call up,
And-
call up Callie mom right now.
Okay, no.
Yo!
I don't
Oh
know.
my god, next
She's probably
interviewee!
at work right now. I don't know what she's doing, but she might. She's
Living
she's
life.
an avid living life. She's an avid actual viewer of what I do, which is strange because my dad is
Hmm.
far disconnected from that stuff.
Yeah.
At least from the YouTube side of things, but my mom is very, very vocal about that stuff. So if she sees us, hello, hi.
Hello.
I don't know how
Hello,
you're here.
Callie
but
mom.
Hello, Kallie's mom.
Hello, Kelly's mom.
Hello.
Hello, mother of the Callie Mae.
Yeah, there you go, Mother May.
Ooh.
Mother May. Mother May sounds like a name in the Bible. That's really funny.
Just like a boss from Elden
Yeah.
Ring or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never played the games. I don't know.
Dude, imagine your mom walks in and just a giant health bar.
She calls you by your first and last name.
No, the middle name. That's when you know you're in trouble.
Oh yeah, no. When that metal name's thrown in there, you're screwed. It's over.
That's when the
Callie the
boss
Terrorizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, that's when Meat Hook starts playing, dude. But yes, what would you say you like least about your job?
Least about my job. My
Yes.
least favorite part. So there's a serious and there's a not so serious answer to this. The not so serious one is the not so serious one is this is so stupid, but I have this anxiety that someday someone's going to recognize me but not say something and just take random photos of me like you see in massive celebrity
God.
photos
Oh, God.
and
What?
stuff. I hate
Bro.
seeing those.
Just like a
I have
stalker?
the whole catalog. Yeah, totally.
Well, not a stalker, but it's how massive celebrities like Taylor
Yeah,
Swift
like-
and stuff.
uh,
They'll
yeah,
just be
like-
out doing
like
normal
paparazzi
human
and
things,
shit.
like going to a grocery store, and they just take
Yeah,
random
yeah.
photos of her at the checkout line. Like, ew, absolutely not. What the hell?
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
that stuff's awful. Don't do that.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Yeah.
the
Dude.
serious
Don't do paparazzi, kids.
yeah,
Anyway.
don't do paparazzi.
Very
kids.
bad, don't
idea.
do it.
Very bad. Don't do it. The serious answer to that though is when you do YouTube for a little bit, you kind of have these like two personalities and two lives you live. The whole thing here is I'm Callie Mae. This is me. This is me with the YouTuber voice. I'm projecting a lot, right? And I'm making sure that that's energies for it. But whenever it comes to real life and my family and all that stuff, it's a lot more like I'm a lot more held back. I'm not as YouTube and animated.
Yeah,
or
you kind of just have to have like a
Nice
like
Kane
a like.
impression.
Thank you.
Oh my
I
god!
challenge 10,000 people.
What have
Yeah.
I done?
Oh my god! But it's true though.
Consequences of your actions.
You kind of
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. Oh my God. No, but it's true though. Like
Anyway, but yeah,
yeah,
it's tough.
because like
yeah.
you kind of just have to you kind of have to do it, especially if you use your voice in your videos. Because if you kind of just talk regularly, you might sound like dead inside, depending
Yeah,
on doing
exactly.
videos. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's kind of a disconnect. And sometimes I've seen like YouTubers like kind of make those two lives cross over and blend into each other too much to the point where like it affects things like they wouldn't normally want it to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which is why I want to ask,
That's the one thing.
is there any advice you'd like to give to those if they're interested in like doing what you do or like YouTube in general at the point you're right now?
So the days of daily uploading is not now. That is a thing of the past.
Yeah.
I will tell you that. Do not stress yourself over making things.
Yeah.
I was talking
For
to
sure.
Todd Berriage about it on his stream one time. And he's a great like pop punk emo like,
Todd
genre
Berriage?
swap
Yeah.
guy. He's a great dude.
Yes, great dude.
He talked about it once and he was like, ever since he stopped like putting himself to a schedule and he's kind of uploaded whenever the hell he wanted, and however long it took him to produce the things he does at the highest quality that he can, that takes a lot of time. But if he's not at his schedule, he feels better about it and he performs better like analytically about it. And it's interesting because like with YouTube, people expect like these daily uploads, and I see a lot of misunderstanding of how the YouTube system really works. People call it like an algorithm. A lot of it is, ironically enough, a lot of it is a psychology game. It's funny when it makes more sense when you think about it though. And when I was talking about because I made a whole Twitter thread about thumbnails and stuff, I threw in a little bit of like human psychology about like colors and like white, yellow,
color theory,
red,
and all that
and
stuff.
orange and stuff. Yeah, that's like what your eyes immediately like see.
Yeah.
Like and it wasn't intentional when I had someone design my character persona for me, but the character's like hair color is yellow, but I do not have yellow hair at all. So that was an accidental business decision.
Accidentally blonde.
Exactly.
Your hair is definitely yellow.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah,
lighting.
true.
Just the lighting's bad.
The lighting's really bad.
The lighting.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of it is a psychology game, and people shouldn't be like, oh, the algorithm hates me. No, people just aren't watching your things.
You have to make them like
adapt.
Yeah. I remember when we interviewed Dean. Well, if you didn't watch that, you should watch it whenever.
Go watch it.
Watch it right now. Go watch it right now.
I'm gonna stare into your soul, and you must watch it.
But yeah, he mentioned something about like finding the middle ground between like, doing what you like, what you're interested in, and what others are interested in, so that it kind of like, for one, you can get views. Like people are interested in what you're doing, but if you're not doing that and you're just kind of posting, daily, doing the daily grind, not putting a whole lot of effort into your stuff, and even if you are, it might not really work out, because lately it's a lot. Lately in YouTube, it's been a lot more of like quality over quantity, and both
absolutely.
that quantity being like something people are interested in. Also has to be like a like a niche thing, because you can't like just do random things. Yeah,
exactly. Because there's ever since YouTube has become a viable option, and just in general content creation, there's so many more So many more content creators than there were before, and I love that. I'm glad that there's more people putting themselves out there and being creative. I love that. However, that doesn't mean people can daily upload anymore.
Yeah.
because that'd be too much content. And when you have too much content, that's like there's such thing as overdoing something when it comes to uploading things, and over uploading is definitely something you can do. And when you do that, that's when people start to be like, oh, the algorithm hates me. No, just people can't see your stuff because they have lives outside of YouTube, and there's so many other creators they want to watch. And that's at least like the nice part about like doing a music related channel, is that you're able to take time with that stuff.
And people kind of understand because, it takes a while to make music, art, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's and then some people are like, can you write another Murder Drone song, please? And I'm like, no.
Can you please draw Among Us?
No.
I would like. Can you please draw Among Us? Yeah, no, I can't imagine what it's like in like the art scene where it's like, draw her telling me it's okay, or whatever people do now.
Oh my god.
I saw that.
Not you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's stuff like that it's like, just don't overwork yourself, because
Callie Mae, can you make me a pop punk cover of Elmo's World, please?
No, I cannot do that.
Yeah.
I actually saw a picture of Elmo Frog the other day, because yesterday was Leap Day, and it was the worst thing ever. But that's a side tangent that I should. It was scary. I hated it.
We now
Tell
know
us about
true
the
fear
side
is.
tangent, sir.
Elmo Frog. Yeah, that's ADHD. I'll ramble for an hour about Elmo Frog.
We have
Let's do
time.
it.
Don't worry.
Let's hear it, bro.
No. I wouldn't
Come
do that
on,
to poor
Elmo Frog.
viewers.
We gotta hear it.
No, I could never.
Maybe at the
talk
end
about
you'll give us a
Elmo Frog.
glimpse.
You must.
A glimpse into that
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Elmo
Yeah,
Frog.
absolutely.
Yes.
Elmo Frog album. There you go.
Finally, dude.
Elmo Frog Nerdcore.
Pop punk Elmo Frog.
Frog Nerdcore,
That's
man.
all.
Elmo Frog. That's good. That's good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do the thumbnail art for it. It's gonna be bangers.
Just a green
There
Elmo
we
with
go.
a mohawk.
Yeah.
God.
There you go.
Speaking of Elmo Frog pop punk, what are some of the
What does
what are some of the projects you are most proud of?
Projects I'm most proud of. So I have like songs that I'm happy with that I always come back to. Obviously the most recent stuff I'm always like super happy with. But there's a project out there that I've talked about a little bit in my own Discord. There's a project that I haven't formally announced.
Gee, I
but
sure wonder what
there's-
that is.
Yeah, I sure wonder. But
Oh,
I
boy.
talked about it in the Discord, and someone was talking about it. I was like, you get 2 words. You get Sonic album, and that's it. So
Shit,
that-
what?
that'll be
Okay.
something. That'll be something that happens soon. I'm gonna be a lot more vocal about it once that comes around.
That's hype.
But more specific, like songs, or like that type of stuff. A lot of like the more recent stuff, that I don't know what it is. That stuff just clicks. Ever since my one song Down Below, the Ruin song, that one, like everything just started clicking again. I was at a really weird low with writing music and stuff, and then after that song came out, I was like, oh, we're back, we're good, we're good, and everything's fine.
We
now.
are so back right now. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's so many videos here. I've just looked back at my catalog.
Heck yeah.
This is horrifying.
What would you say is your favorite song you've released so far?
Favorite song I've released. That's really tough, because there's one that I'm waiting to release right now that I'm really excited about. It's an Angel Dust song. I
That's
love
so
it
good.
so much.
It's so
Yes,
good.
Hypa's heard it because
I am
they're on the
wildly
team.
obsessed. I will admit that.
Yes, it's so like it's so fun. It's so dancey, and it's so
yeah,
good.
it's like a little
but-
bit
Oh,
different than
dude.
your normal stuff, and it's really cool.
Absolutely,
that's awesome.
But my all-time favorite is probably "Don't Let Go," because that one is very emotional. and
Oh,
very,
yes.
very much my favorite one.
Mm-mm.
So what do you have for like? I know we talked about your long-term goals. What about like what's in the near future? What
Near
can we see from you?
future, near future, a lot more collaborations, a lot more of that.
Oh my.
I have recently, I I have connections to some people that might be really awesome to work with. That just comes with having the right projects lined up and having the
Right.
perfect I have to have this person on here. I definitely want to work with like, I don't know if it would happen this year because that'd be insane, but a lot like the nerdcore titans I'd love to work with, like, you know, DA Games, CG5, and you know, all
Yes,
these
DA Games.
huge people. Like, I'd love to work with them. Not even because high subscriber count. You know, that's stupid. But just because like their creative minds, like I love discussing. Like whenever I talk about like songs and stuff that I'm writing, and I'm like I'm at a rut with this, or like or whatever, I'll be talking to like other musicians and stuff, and it's like the creative mind is so like vast and open, is that you
It's
can it's like you're able to like get so many more ideas, and being a solo artist really really makes it difficult. But short-term
Right.
goals, definitely a lot more collaborations. I want to maybe start doing merch this year. That's a very big maybe. That's a huge maybe.
To get designed
Hmm.
first.
That's true. I do want to do a charity stream this year, whether it be for
Okay. That's cool.
the
Okay.
the current political conflicts going on with Palestine and all that stuff,
Right.
Oh,
or
for sure.
for
Right.
Trevor Project, or any of those amazing things. You know, I'd love to do that. However, that's a lot of planning, and that's gonna take at least a month for me to have ready. So, but
Yeah,
That
it's a
is
lot.
fair. You know,
I want to do that. Absolutely.
Yes, I've done a couple charity streams where I haven't planned anything and it didn't go very well. But I did
Yeah.
raise
It
a
went
little bit of money
fantastic.
for the Trevor Project
Hey.
Yeah.
last June.
Yeah,
So that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
that was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. I loved that.
It was really fun doing doodles for the people that donated, even though my
It
art
was.
still wasn't great at the time. But I think it was the thought that counted there.
Are we gonna see a part 2 this year? Are we gonna see
I
Trevor
really
part
hope
2?
Yes.
so. I would
Hell
love
yeah.
to
Yes, I'm
do
doing it
Oh
again.
my.
I've done
Let's
a
go.
lot better, and I
Awesome
think,
sauce.
Hell
it'd be
yeah.
amazing.
That's awesome.
It'd be cool if we could have you on there if you are available.
I'll probably be around. I'm not too sure. That's what in June. I
In
think?
June, yes.
RadioRayes
so
epic
we'll
stream
see. Wait, June, I
featuring
don't think I
Callie
can
Mae.
do
Let's
that.
go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, guys,
Perfect.
I'll
There's
be
the
joining
title.
you from Arizona.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. That'll be cool though. That'll be absolutely awesome.
Yes.
I think the beginning of the
Excited
month.
for that. But yes. What are some of the biggest hurdles you've had to overcome within this field of work?
This field of work, a lot of it, because when you produce music, a lot of it is very emotionally driven. I try not to let too much of my actual real life problems seep into my work. I think there was one song, Your Guide, the Persona 3 Reload one, that is the most like emotional I've ever produced a song with, and the most emotional takes I've ever done vocally. And that was really tough, because it was like it didn't really click with me. Like it wasn't more of a fun thing for me to produce that song as much as it was for like a Digital Circus song, where you can have stupid fast drums, stupid fast like everything, and you know, and then with the Alistair song, I was able to like take a villain twisted mind approach to it, and like that was Your Guide is the most like emotional connected song I've ever written. And I love writing songs that have emotion to them. Like a lot of these songs that I've put out obviously have emotion to them. Like, you know, you can click with them. Like I write my lyrics so vaguely to the point where it's like you can kind of click with them outside of the original topic. But that one was like I had a song in mind, and then I connected it to an IP, and I don't want to ever do it like that again, because that didn't work with me. But that is a possible glimpse as to what original music would sound like.
Yeah.
If I were to, you know, if that were to happen.
That is, yeah.
That's
That is very
one
fair.
thing.
I think DA Games does it like that, where
Mhm.
he will just make songs and then like attach it to an IP and change a couple words,
Yeah, yeah.
which
I
is
remember him talking about
ridiculous. I
that.
don't know how the hell he
Yeah,
does that, but
yeah. And that works for him. And that works for him, and I'm glad it does because it leads to some really great stuff. Like
right.
I think Shot Through the Mirror, his Dying Light song. I love that
Oh
song.
yeah, Shot Down
Great.
by
I
the
don't know
Mirror
if
is really
yeah.
good.
I don't know um if he did that technique um for that song, but yeah, no, like I think that's a good way of doing it, especially for how big of a titan he is, where it's like he kind of has to streamline that process a little bit, like to
Right.
get to those topics as fast as he can. And especially with Bendy and stuff, it's like that is the guy that made Build Our Machine. If he doesn't do a song for Dark Revival, what is he doing? If he doesn't do a song for Cage, what is he doing? And like
Mhm.
especially for that type of stuff, it's like I'm glad he has his way of doing it, because I couldn't do that. I need to have time to process these characters and these these
Right.
shows, these games, these everything. I need to be able to process it and be like,
Mhm.
yeah, like I need to something has to click for me to do that, and I can't do that with
Right.
just writing songs and be like, hey, there's Bendy on it now, you know.
The dancing devil.
Hmm.
Yeah, there
Bro,
you go.
who let Cletus in this call? No way.
That's my default fuck around voice, because half the things I say is a joke.
Yeah.
That is, that is fair. But I think I do agree with you on that. I feel like writing a song for the topic just for me feels more real to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least for me when I am doing it. But of
Yeah,
course, DA games like makes it work and makes it
yeah,
work really well. But yeah, for me, I think like writing the song about the game or the show or the thing
mhm.
instead of writing a song and then picking the thing afterwards just
Yeah,
clicks better for me, at
yeah,
least.
yeah. And I think he's definitely has it nailed down, because when he drops stuff, it's like awesome and amazing, and I'm sure like when he writes something, he reworks it. I'd imagine he would do that, because
Oh, yes.
that just makes sense. Um,
Hmm.
so you know that's good on him that he's got that figured out though.
Absolutely.
I think it's
Um,
Yeah,
really
are
interesting
you?
that sorry, that like different artists can have different approaches and still get really good products. Like it just
Yeah,
depends on what
absolutely.
works for that
yeah.
person. Because sometimes like the
Hmm.
quote unquote traditional way of doing things just isn't the
Doesn't
best for
yeah, it
that
doesn't work
person.
for some people, yeah. I'd
Hmm.
also imagine that DA
And you
Games
can
is
get
like
some really unique things. Yeah.
yeah. I'd also imagine he'd probably like really refined that way of writing his music over the years he's been, and that's why it works so well for him.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that just makes sense.
Uh going
Do
off
you
oh
do you ever expect to get to that point, the streamlining point, if you will?
To the streamlining the process. Um,
Yes.
I mean, probably that probably will have to happen. I said it earlier. Like there is emotional attachment to a lot of my songs, and I think that will definitely. I mean, I think everything has to be streamlined eventually when you're a big
That's fair.
content creator, and and I think there definitely is more emotional tracks that I will make in the future. Like there's a lot of stuff that you know, because that's how a lot of people work, is like they make songs about something. Um like a lot of important tracks are tied to something about their life, but it like you can connect with those other people, and that's what makes it a really good song. Um
Right. Right.
and I think like that
Relatability
definitely
is
is,
key within this.
absolute. and
Yeah.
and again, like how Nathan Sharp did it, like his a lot of his Five
Nice.
Nights at Freddy songs, they're a lot more tied to about his life rather than it is about um FNAF. So I mean, like I can see in the
Hmm.
future me taking down that path, maybe, but Not anytime soon. So I think we're good. I think we're good.
Like,
That's
you
fair.
were talking about doing original songs, and I think that would be a really good blend, or maybe even like a transition.
Oh,
into it.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely the game plan. And as a long-term goal, obviously, that's the plan. But
Sure.
for now, I'm writing silly Alistair and Angel Dust songs, and so we're still on that train.
Desiko, I heard you had a thought
Oh,
there that I
yeah.
interrupted.
No worries. Yeah. When radio asks about your biggest hurdles, I wanted to ask, rather than your biggest hurdles, is there like, sorry, this is like personal, or it gets too personal, but like,
Okay.
uh, is there a specific moment or action that you are so glad your younger self did for your future self that you were like, man, I'm so happy I did that thing back, like, I don't know, whenever that happened. Is there a moment or thing that happened that you did that you're really proud of for your younger self of?
Yeah. I'm glad that I let myself enjoy video games and find a community in the times that I did. Like Undertale was a huge one for me. That one
Yes,
was a
Undertale.
huge, like, back when back when the cursed amino was still around. Now we hate it.
Oh, yes.
I was so like worried about how I'd be perceived. Like that was middle school for me. When I was super knee deep into that, so I was admittedly a little bit of a shut in. But I'm glad I let myself
That is fair.
enjoy the community in the games that I was super like into, and I still have those moments where like I will attach myself to an IP and I'll be like, I love this thing to death. Like I will do that. Like that's me with Hasbin right now. It's like I love Hasbin Hotel. It's so good, and that's like my main thing that I'm adoring right now. But yeah, no, like letting myself enjoy things like games and communities and whatnot, and obviously like it's you should just let yourself enjoy things, and the problem with a lot of things now is like people will always be like, oh, Sigma grind set, you gotta be an engineer, or you gotta hustle. It's like,
Gotta become a doctor.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, right? Like just enjoy things, like
I wasn't
especially
ready for you to say Sigma. I wasn't ready. You can't just do that.
what
The Sigma.
problem?
Are you not a Sigma?
I mean,
Callie is the Sigma, dude.
it is a serious like problem though. Is like there'll be so many people that like want to be that like alpha male, sigma male shit, and it's like I find
Yeah.
a lot of that stupid. It's like just
I agree.
like especially in the creative field where people
Yeah.
are like, oh, you draw little characters on your tablet and you upload it and you get millions of likes or whatever. It's like that's stupid. It's like, no, that is a perfectly viable thing you can do, and I think there's so many like Chad Sigma people that will follow that thing of like, oh, Hustlers University, Andrew Tate, fuck you, censor that.
We don't.
Radio, get on that.
But yeah, like just letting yourself enjoy things is
Yeah.
is important, and I think you should be able to do that.
Yeah,
And that's how I ended
That
up
is
here.
fair.
Yeah, and like you said with the creative thing, like if you like, let's say like you're so into Undertale and stuff like that, you make a song, you make an art piece about it. I feel like you can
Mhm.
really bring out the creativity, the quality more than what you would like, I don't know, something you're so not interested in, but like it's considered oh, Sigma, yeah,
Yeah,
I almost said Among Us there.
yeah, Among Us. Yeah.
I keep that.
The ultimate alpha chat game.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
People are too
for me specifically, a lot of my creative background comes from my fanboying of Bendy and the Ink Machine, which looking back, I can realize the first game is not at all perfect. In fact, it's kind of dog shit. But I can absolutely respect like it driving me to where I am now creatively. And and that was because I was so passionate about it and I didn't let anyone tell me that I could not. And honestly, that's really the most important thing is like being sovereign with how you think and with how your interests like develop, and like not letting the hive mind, if you will, control what you enjoy.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah, let yourself enjoy things. It's important.
Yes. Not only for just creatively, just for your mental health. Because like
Absolutely.
like if you let yourself follow the crowd, you're living in people's shadows, right?
Mhm.
You're living in the shadow of a crowd that you just don't like, that you don't fit in, right?
Yeah.
Fitting into
And
someone's shoes that they're not yours.
yeah,
Exactly.
and it's
Well, that's
yeah,
bad shit, dude.
yeah, it's important to just enjoy things and like what you like, and find people who also like the dumb things you like, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, that's really the big thing.
Yeah, that stuff's important.
But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for us. Um,
All right.
is there any parting words you would like to say to the crowd, Kelly May? Any plugs, any promotions?
Any plugs or promotions? I don't know. Anyways, guys, subscribe to Callie Mae on YouTube. There should hopefully
Do
maybe
this.
be a new song
He's a
out
very
by
cool guy.
now. There's I got a lot of Angel Dust and not Angel Dust, Hasbin Hotel. That's the one I'm looking for.
Yeah, there we go.
We got Hasbin Hotel songs.
You know what, Kelly? I love how you just said like angel dust, where it's also a kind of drug. So you're just like selling us drugs now.
We're doing a lot of drugs.
Absolutely,
today.
absolutely.
Let's go.
420.
Go Team Kelly.
Smoke it every day.
We're very family.
Let's turn back the
friendly. I'm gonna
time.
Turn up the radio podcast here, fellas.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. But
Don't do drugs, kids. That's not good.
don't do drugs. But yeah, youtube.com/Callie Mae. I produce a lot of music. We're exploring some genres lately, so if you like some
Absolutely.
dancey, funk stuff, go check that out. Go check out the metal, the rock stuff. We got a lot. We do fun metal things here. So
Very awesome.
Nocturnal?
Awesome sauce.
Holy
yeah,
shit!
as it was said by Nick Nocturnal. Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, that will about wrap it up for us today. Thank you so much for watching. This is RadioRayes, joined by Hypabolic and Desiko, with our boy Callie Mae, and we will see you next time.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.